Howdy, and welcome back to the Dice Cast. We've got our first match of the second round of our Winter Rubicon tournament. So both of these gentlemen here beside me won their first round games and are now bashing it out in the second round of our single elimination tournament. Here's the bracket for everybody's memory. So you can see that Alex won the day with his Seraphon in the first round, and Aaron won with his Sons of Behemat against me. It was rigged. But tonight they're going to be clashing over deciding who goes into our final round to decide the champion. So how are you guys feeling about the matchup tonight?
I have played against Giants once, so not super great.
Sure.
And I've played against Seraphon once.
Sure.
So not super great either with Thunderlizards. It'll be fun.
It'll be an interesting match, feeling each other out. So ready for the list?
So today I am bringing Thunderlizards once again. This is led by the Saur Scarvet on Carnosaur. He has the mount trait Beastmaster and the command trait of Prime War Beast, and he has the War Spear with him. I have a Slan Star Master. He's going to know Celestial Apotheosis right off the bat. I have a Skink Priest who will know Heal, a Skink Star Priest who's going to know Hand of Glory, and then an Engine of the Gods who will have Curse with him. Then I have 5 Saurus Guard to help protect that Slan, 20 Skinks to fill out my battle line and give some shooting, and then 5 Chameleon Skinks to be able to apply pressure anywhere on the board. Then I have a Stegodon with the Skystreak Bow and a Bastillodon with the Solar Engine. I am also bringing the Terrain Piece and the Life Swarm, the Endless Life Swarm, and the Soul Snare Shackles for 1975. My grand strategy is Beastmaster, and my triumph is inspired. Yeah, my triumph is inspired.
With confidence.
I don't remember the name of those.
It's a question mark.
So that is my list.
So today I decided to bring probably my favorite tribe of the 3 in the Gargant's book is the Breaker tribe. So he's led by one Mega Gargant, the Gatebreaker Mega Gargant, be the purple one that you see. Pretty standard outfit for him, as he's louder than words, so his flail gets +2 to the attacks characteristic, and the vial of Manticore Venom, so he's going to be +1 to wound with that weapon as well. I have a second Gatebreaker Mega Gargant that has the artifact the Great Rekka. So any 6s to hit with this flail will do 1 mortal wound in addition, and then if that Mega Gargant gets into his Realm Shaper engine, it's just gone. I get it on a 1+ on Smash to Rubble. Also, to round out my heroes, I have 1 War Stomper Mega Gargant to just kind of fill out things, let him kind of go be annoying. And then the part of the real damage of the list is 1 Mancrusher Mob. Is I can slingshot them forward off of an auto 6 run and charge from a Mega, and that is 1,995 points.
So for today we're playing Power Struggle. We have 5 objective markers, and you score points instead of just holding the objective 1 turn. You have to hold it for 2 turns consecutively, and it's the same hold 1, hold 2, hold more, and then 2 points per battle tactic. You just have to hold them for 2 turns.
So in this battle plan, I don't have access to punt the objectives around because I don't have a Kraken Eater. I decided to split my forces up to try to take advantage of Ferocious Advance early, and knowing that it has I'm set up to use my shooters for that. That's okay. These are my heavy hitters. If he wants to bring the pain over to that side, he's more than welcome to. My War Stomper can kind of go do as he pleases, stomp around, bring the war, do what the Giants do and be annoying. So we'll see how this goes.
So for my deployment, I wanted to set my my big, tasty monsters that I know he's gonna wanna go after at an area where I could go kind of both ways up the board and potentially kind of push off to the right side if I wanted to. That's why I put my Realm Shaper engine on the right side, so that if I wanted to, I could kind of push everything off to that side. And then the skinks I just layered in front of the Realm Shaper engine to kind of protect that priest, and the Bastillodon and the Slan I just kind of kept central. So I finished deploying first. I do think I am going to let you have the turn just because I don't want to get doubled. We will go.
Understand.
Yep, we will go into Behemat turn 1, and good luck.
Good luck. For my turn, I'm going to select Ferocious Advance as my battle tactic, selecting both of my Gatebreaker Mega Gargants and my Mancrushers. I'll go into casting, and we're done, and we'll move to movement. So for my movement, I wanted to just be able to toe in on the center objective to take it and be able to have more objectives this turn. No reason to go head on into the Seraphon this round because it would have pushed me way too far up the board. So I decided to play it safe and protect my Mancrushers with both my Gatebreakers, so I can still hold all of the objectives that I can. Move the War Stomper more towards the middle of the board in case he decides to pivot with his big monsters on the opposite side more towards the middle. Gives the War Stomper more of an opportunity to possibly join that fight. So for my scoring, even though I hold 1 and 2 objectives, we do not score for that in this scenario on turn 1. But I do currently have more objectives since I hold the one in the middle, so I'll score 1 point from that. I scored my Ferocious Advance for an extra 2 points for the battle tactic, and because I did that with 3 monsters, I get 1 extra point for a total of 4. And then we'll go to Seraphon, turn 1.
So for my Sacred Asterism for turn 1, I'm going to pick the Great Drake, which I picked the unit in the combat phase. So yeah, we'll activate that. For my battle tactic, I am going to pick Monsters Takeover, and we'll select the Bastillodon. And then for my heroic action, I'm going to try to get a command point from the Engine of the Gods, which I get on a 4-up, and I get it.
My heroic action will be to be heroic willpower on the green Gatebreaker so I can try to unbind a spell.
So for the Slan, I will roll to see if I get any command points on a 4-up, and I get 1 there. And then for the Skink Star Priest on a 5-up, so I get 1 from that. I am going to activate the Realm Shaper engine and select this piece of terrain right there, just because you have that one guy right next to it. And on a 2-up, it'll do D3 mortal wounds because he's within 18. So D3 mortals to him for 2. He's almost dead. And we will go into casting. For the Slan, I will cast the Soul Snare Shackles. It goes off on a 7. He has +1. So I get it on a 10 total. Got it? My second spell, I will cast Mystic Shield on the Carnosaur, which goes off on a 12. And then I will cast, let's cast Comet's Call. Goes off on a 7. I do not get that one. For my Skink Star Priest, I will do Hand of Glory. Goes off on a 7. I don't get it, and I take D3 Mortals for 3. Ugh. And I have a 6-up Ignore, and I ignore none of those. So I take 3 Mortals. For my prayers, the Engine of the Gods has nothing to curse, so we will do a heal on the the only thing that I can do a heal on. Should go off on a 2, and it does not. And then we will try his War Scroll ability, which goes off on a 3, which does. So we will give the run and charge and shoot to the skinks in front of him. The Skink Star Priest is going to lower his Serpent Staff to the Bastillodon. I'll spend a command point from the Skink Priest to activate his command ability and give the Bastillodon +1 to hit until my next hero phase. And we can go into movement. At the beginning of the movement phase, the Soul Snare Shackles will go off, and on a 6, the Bastillodon is going to take D3, and he does not. So for my movement phase, I started kind of moving everything up on the right side of the board. He presented a very meaty wall on one side, so I'm going to the other side. So I start moving around there, hoping to pressure kind of the right objectives throughout the game. And since I deployed on these 2 objectives, I control them so I can kind of move around a little bit, and hopefully he moves to my flank. So we'll go into shooting phase. So at the start of the shooting phase, I will do the Engine of the Gods Cosmic Engine roll. Because I'm within 12 of a slant, I get 3d6 dice to do this with. So we will roll those. And I get a 12, which I believe is mortal wounds. So I either pick 1 unit within 12 or every unit within 12 or 1 unit within 24, which is going to be that guy back there. And on a 2 up, suffers D3 mortal wounds. So D3 on him for 3. So for the Stegodon, I will shoot at that same Mega with the Skystreak bow. 3 shots from the Stegodon. These are 3s and 3s. So 2 hits. And 1 wound at -1.
This will be on a 5 up save. And we failed.
That is 3 damage. And I am just within with the Fusel of Conflagration. On a 4 to 5, you suffer D3, and you suffer D3. Look at that. For 1. So, I will use a command point for all-out attack on the Skinks. The back 4 are going to be out, so this is going to be 32 attacks. So, 32 dice. These are going to be 4s and 5s. 4s. And looking for 5s to wound. That is 3 of them. 4 of them, sorry.
Wounds saves on 4s, take 2.
Okay. Hey, 2 wounds from Skinks on a Mega. Not bad. And we will shoot the Bastillodon.
Where?
I'm going to shoot it into the same model.
Okay. Now I will use all defense.
Okay. So this is going to be 9 shots. Hitting on 3s from the Skink Priest and wounding on 3s. So 3s to hit. Missed a couple. And 6s to wound are going to do mortal wound in addition. And that is 3 saves to make and 1 mortal wound.
Run -1 cancels out the all-out defense, so saving on 4s. And I failed 2.
Okay.
So it'll be 2, 4, plus 1, 5 damage.
Yep. So at the end of the shooting phase, I will use the Thunderlizard's ability to shoot again. I will choose the Bastillodon, and we're going to go into the same target. 9 shots, 3s and 3s. Miss the same number. And 3s to wound, 6s do a mortal in addition. So that is 3 saves to make again, but no mortals this time.
4s. Failed them all.
That is 6 damage total. Okay, so charge phase, I have nothing to charge with. And for scoring, I am going to score my Monstrous Takeover. Hold 1 and hold 2 have started, but I obviously do not hold more, which will leave me with 2 points. Now we're going to roll off to see who takes the next turn. At least I can't get doubled, so that's nice. And we've tied, and ties go to whoever went first. So You get to choose.
Because I won priority, I am going to take the top of turn 2. So my battle tactic for this turn will be aggressive expansion. We'll take the center objective and this objective here in the corner. For my heroic action, I'm going to do... we're going to do Finest Hour on the War Stomper.
For my heroic action, I am going to do command points all day from the slime. On a 4-up. No.
Now we'll go to movement.
Beginning of the movement phase, that Soul Snare Shackle is going to go off. Engine of the Gods. No. Carnosaur. No. The Guard. Yes. They take 3 mortals. They're within an inch of a objective, so I am going to start taking them on, or inch of a terrain piece, sorry. So I'm going to start taking them on the guard that's closest to the tree. I save none of them, and then I'm going to take it on the one that's closest to the Realm Shaper engine, and I do not save that one either. So I kill 1 guard, and 1 is down to 1 wound. Then I have the Skink Star Priest. Oops. No, and the Bastillodon. No.
So for my movement phase, I decided to move the War Stomper up just to be outside of 9 inches of the skink, so he couldn't get a redeploy on me, because a redeploy could really make that charge worthless, and impossible. With the Soul Snare Shackles where they are, I wouldn't be able to charge into the heart of his army, so I decided to go ahead and remain playing a little bit cagey with the center objective, keep the Gatebreaker in the middle to be within range to shoot things with his hurled boulder, but decided to say, we're going to go for it, so we're going to throw the general up the side of the board, and we're going to go see what kind of face he can wreck. We got the Mancrushers back as kind of a second wave of damage if he decides to do it whichever way he wants to go. And now we'll go to shooting phase. The Green Gatebreaker is going to throw a hurl boulder at the Skink Star Priest that's over by the Bastillodon. I'm going to declare all out attack. So he's going to be +1 to hits. And because he's a hero or wizard, I'm getting an additional +1 because of my Fierce Loathing, Bossy Pants, and Clever Clogs. He's going to be -1 to hit because of Lookout Sir being near the skinks. So still a net +1. So it'll be 2s and 2s.
1 shot.
And before 1s, 1 shot. Hits. Wounds on a 2. Ren -3.
That goes straight through.
4 damage.
I reduce it to 3 and I die gloriously.
Fantastic. Gatebreaker is going to throw a hurled boulder at the Carnosaur.
Okay. I'll spend a command point here to all-out defense. I'm +1 from Mystic Shield and +1 from all-out defense.
So, because he's a hero, I'm hitting on 2s. I used the wrong die, but I missed. I used the wrong die, but I missed. So, yeah, my general is going to issue Check Rocks as part of my Allegiance ability to the Mancrushers. It's an 18-inch range, and the Mancrushers are going to chuck all of their rocks at the Stegodon. So this will be 3 D3 attacks. 3, 6, 7, 8.
That's a number.
So these will be hitting on 4s. Pretty good.
Better than average. And you got a 3 in there.
Yep. Wounding on 3s. You have 2 at Ren -1.
2 at -1 puts me on a 5-up save. Save neither.
D3 apiece.
So, that is going to be 4 damage total, but I reduce each one by 1, so it's going to be 2 damage.
Charge phase. We're going to start with the Gatebreaker, the purple Gatebreaker. See what it does. On a 10.
Big old 10. I'm going to use a command point here to shoot the Stegodon with Unleash Hell. I'm going to be -1 to hit for all these attacks. And we will have the 3 attacks from the Sky Streak Bow, and then the 4 attacks from the Javelin. 4s, 2 hits, and 3s for 1 wound at -1.
Saving on 5s. And we're good.
Hey, and then 4 Javelins. These are 6s and 4s. Hey, I hit some. And 1 wound, no Ren.
4s.
Take it. 1 damage. The Javelin's coming in clutch.
I've got impact hits, so on a 2+, you will take D3 mortal wounds because you are a monster. You'll take 2 mortal wounds.
I do not reduce those.
Now probably my more important charge. We're gonna go with the War Stomper. I got an 11.
Hey, that's a big number.
It's a big number for a big lad. Boom.
So you're going to have impact hits on a 2-up for D6.
For D6 more, yes. So impact hits here on a 2+ will be D6 mortal wounds because he is not a monster. And ooh, that was
rolling
close.
on that one.
On a D6. Hey, there it is. 1 mortal wound. The Gatebreaker is going to issue Titanic Duel against the Stegodon for +1 to hit. And then the War Stomper is going to stomp. Because that's what he does.
Yep.
Right? On a 2, I get it. For D3 mortal wounds. For 2 mortal wounds.
Okay, so I'm going to Titanic Duel as well for my Monster Rampage. Beginning of the combat phase, my Stegodon is going to lower his crest into your big purple dude. So I will be +1 to save against the attacks that are coming through from him.
Then I will start with the Gatebreaker.
Alright, I will, I'm going to use a command point for defense as well to try to mitigate some of this damage. That is my last command point.
Alright, so we'll start with the Almighty Stomps. So these will be 2 attacks hitting on 2s, wounding on 3s, 2 wounds at Ren -2.
-2, so I will ignore all of that Ren and keep me on my 4-up. And I make 1, fail 1.
So it'd be D3 damage for 1
For
damage.
1, I cannot reduce that because it is as reduced as it gets.
We'll do 1 Death Grip. This will be hitting on a 2, re-rolling 1s because I'm targeting a monster. This will be wounding on a 2, and it fails. And then the Fort Crusher Flail will be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 attacks, +2 because he's louder than words. We'll be hitting on a 3 because of Titanic Duel. And these will be wounding on 2s because of my artifact. 7 at Ren -3.
So it's going to be 7 saves to make. This is going to be -3 +2, so I'll be saving on 5. I save 2 of those. 2, 4, 5 go through.
So with the reduced damage would be 10 total. So 3 apiece reducing 2.
Unfortunately, I cannot weather that storm. But that means that what we all came here for is about to take place.
We got the main event going on right now. Skinks versus War Stomper. Place your bets.
So I have 13 guys in range to do massive damage. So this will be 27 attacks, 5s and 5s. Statistically, I will do a wound. 2 wounds coming through at no Ren.
I'm
Shaken fear.
I'm on Happy Tuesday, so saving on 3s. Save them both.
Okay.
We'll go all out attack. Spend my last command point for +1 to hit. We'll do 1 attack. We'll be hitting on a 2. Wounding on a 2. This will be Ren -3 for D6 damage.
I get no save.
2 damage.
I will take 1 skink away.
4 attacks. So it'll be hitting on 2s, re-rolling 1s for the jump up and down. All hits. Wounding on 2s. All wound at Ren -2.
Okay, so I'm saving on 6s with these, and I save none.
Damage D3 apiece. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
5 damage. And then my Titanic Boulder Club, because there was infinite skinks around their max attack. It's max attacks. So those will be 2s and 2s.
Look at those ones.
Uh, 8 at Ren 2.
And this is going to be on 6s. Hey, I saved one.
With the damage reduction, it would be 1 apiece.
Take 7 more guys. Okay.
That's all of my attacks.
Oh, that's all.
That's it.
Okay. So that was pretty spicy combat sequence. Battle Shock. I have no choice but to run away with all of these guys. I used my command point for all-out defense. And with the Saurus Guard, I'm Bravery 8, so I can't run away with them, even though I did lose them all.
For scoring, I do hold the same objectives consecutively. So I'll score 1 for hold 1, for 2 turns consecutively. Hold another point for holding 2 objectives 2 turns consecutively. I will hold more objectives for an additional point. I completed my battle tactic of aggressive expansion for another 2, and I killed a monster during my turn. So it'll be a total of 6 victory points for this turn.
Then I think we go to my turn, turn 2. Okay, so at the start of my turn, I am going to roll for the Salon to see if I get any command points on 4s, and I get 1. For my heroic action this turn, Finest Hour with the Carnosaur. For my Sacred Asterism, I'm going to stick with the Great Drake. For my battle tactic, I'm going to do Broken Ranks. I'm going to pick your red Mega Gargant. I am going to try to dispel my Endless spell with the Slan. He gets +1 to dispel. So we are looking for a 7 on dice. And I get an 8 on dice, so that thing is gone.
The War Stomper will attempt a heroic leadership for an extra command point. And he gets it.
There you go. I am going to attempt to curse the Gargant right next to the Engine of the Gods, which I do not get. For my Realm Shaper engine, I'm going to select that terrain piece right there. On a 2-up, your Gargant's going to take D3 for 1.
War Stomper has 13 wounds remaining.
For the Salon, we're going to cast Comet's Call. Looking for some chip wounds on that last guy, and that does not go off on a 5. And we are going to attempt Mystic Shield on a 4, so that doesn't go off either. The Skink Priest is going to select the Bastillodon for his Starstone Staff, which goes off on a 3, and it does, so he can run and or shoot and charge, and +1 to save rolls. And he is going to use the command ability on him as well. And that is my hero phase. So we are going to go to movement. So for my movement, I just tried to funnel everything to the right, focus down this this Gargant, who is my battle tactic. I grabbed that objective in the back with the Chameleon Skinks and brought the Bastillodon up. He's just going to shoot into him and see what happens. With his +1 to hit, I should be pretty spicy. So, all right, on to shooting. So we are going to activate the Engine of the Gods, and his engine fires up with 3d6 because the slam is nearby. That is a 7 heals. That is super helpful right now. Okay. And we will go to the Fusel of Conflagration. It does nothing. The Skink Priest is going to shoot into that Mega Gargant right there.
The War Stomper will use his command point that he got from Heroic Leadership for all-out defense.
Sounds good. So Skink Priest is going to be 4s and 3s, 1 hit, and no wounds. And then we will shoot with the Bastiladon. This is going to be 9 attacks, 3s and 3s. 2 damage. That is 5 saves to make at -1, which you ignore from your all-up defense.
4s. I will take 6 damage from that.
Take it. And the Bastiladon has javelins that will attack as well. This is going to be normally 5s and 4s, but this time 4s and 4s with that sweet command ability. Oh, look at that. And that is 1. You better save that on a no rend.
3s. Lol, no.
Take the damage! Oh, yeah. Chameleon Skinks are going to shoot into that same Mega. That is 3s and 4s. 6s to hit are a mortal wound, and the attack sequence ends. So that is 3 mortal wounds. And they all hit. I can't believe a skink unit hit with everything. And then 4s to wound. So you have 3 saves to make and 3 mortal wounds. There are no rend on these.
Saving on 3s. Alright, failed 1, so 1 damage plus 3 mortals would be 4.
So I am going to spend a command point to activate at the end of the shooting, to activate Thunderlizard's ability to shoot again with the Bastiladon. This is going to be 3s and 3s.
Very nice.
So 3 misses there. And 3s to wound. That is 3 saves to make at -1, which you ignore.
4s. And we're dead. However, Timber! We get to roll off, and whoever wins the roll off gets to determine where the Mega Guardian falls. Get a 6.
I get a 3.
So I had to pick.
I feel like I know where you're going to make him fall.
So I'm just going to pick the point right on the Bastiladon's head, and we're just going to fall right into him.
Okay.
So it's going to be D3 mortal wounds.
That are automatic.
Automatic.
Okay.
3 mortal wounds.
I will take them. So, charge phase. I will attempt to charge with the Carnosaur. With an 8. We'll attempt to charge with the Engine of the Gods too. See what happens. No. So I was able to get a charge with the Carnosaur. At the end of the charge phase, I am going to, for my monstrous action, I'm going to Titanic Duel.
So I would do a monstrous rampage, except that I can't stomp. He doesn't have any command points, so Roar doesn't do me any good. And I'm already +1 to hit, so I'm going to sit there and twiddle my thumbs.
At the beginning of the combat phase, I'm going to put the Great Drake onto the Carnosaur. I am going to use my Mount trait to give me an additional attack on each of these attacks. And we will see where that gets me. So we are going to be +3 attacks on the Clawed Forelimbs, +4 attacks on the Massive Jaws because of Coalesce, and then +1 attack on the Celestite War Spear, which has exploding 6s naturally.
I'm all out defensing.
I feel like that makes sense here. Well, let's see what we can do here. I'm +1 to save, or +1 to hit, +1 to wound.
And +1 to save.
Yes, and +1 to save. So this is going to be 2s and 2s, 6s explode. So I have 2 6s, I missed 1, so there are the additional attacks. And these are going to be wounding on 2s. So you have 8 wounds at no rend on this, so you're 3 up save.
3s. I failed 2.
1 damage each. The Clawed Forelimbs, this is going to be 2s and 2s again. These do not explode, although there was no 6s anyway. So that's 4 at no rem.
So saving on 3s. I failed 2.
This is 2 damage each. And then the Massive Jaws. This is going to be 7 attacks because of the +4 attacks. Hitting on 3s, wounding on 2s. Oh, that was rough. Exploding 6s would have helped there. And wounding on 2s on these. Ugh. 2 at -1.
Saving on 4s. Take 1.
5 damage.
Not enough to bracket. So the Gatebreaker took 11 wounds in that combat, so he's up to 12 taken.
Okay.
My swing back. I am still at top bracket, so we'll do, and I'm +1 to hit because you are a hero. So those will be 2 almighty stomps will be hitting on 2s and wounding on 3s. Oh, snakes. It'll be 1 death grip hitting on a 2 rerolling 1s, wounding on a 2. This is 1 at Ren -3.
-3, that puts me on a 6-up for this, which I save.
And then I will have 10 flail attacks. These will be hitting on 3s. 6s will do 1 mortal wound in addition because of the Great Rekka.
Okay.
So it'll be 1 mortal wound. And be wounding on 3s. And 5 at Ren 3.
Okay, so I'm looking for 6s to save here. And I saved none, so I take 10 there.
10, you take
and
11.
Then and then an additional 1.
Additional 1, so 11 total.
So I am down to 3 wounds. End of that turn, I will get hold 1 for the turn for 1 victory point. I will get my battle tactic, and I did complete my battle tactic with a monster. So, and I killed a monster, so I should be 5 points for that turn.
Correct.
I did take the back objective from you. I still want to hold more, but at least I make you have to do some moving.
Yeah, you make me have to think about, it's going to depend on who gets priority in turn 3 for burning objectives. I'm still ahead on the objectives. You got to kill me. So we'll see what happens for priority into turn number 3.
Okay.
Because I went first in the battle round previously, I get to break ties. I win priority, and I'm going to take the turn.
Okay. Yeah, so I am going to choose this objective here to get rid of. I'm going to force you to move over to that back objective or sacrifice hold more.
Well, I think it's a pretty obvious selection for my battle tactic. It's going to be slay the warlord. I'll do heroic leadership on my purple Mega Gargant. Try to get an extra command point. And I do get it.
Okay. I am going to Finest Hour with the Engine of the Gods.
We'll go to movement.
Okay. So I will use a command point to redeploy here. Big bucks, no whammies. For 2. That is a spicy redeploy.
So for my movement phase, because he burned the objective, that required me to shuffle around a little bit. I did the Gargant decided that his brain cell hit the corner and he got a thought. So he retreated out of the way onto the objective where the Chameleon Skinks popped up, which led the way for the Mancrusher Mob to move up towards the Scarvet, which he redeployed a little bit back, so it'll be a 5-inch charge. And then I decided to move my General Gatebreaker back onto the objective to, play this scenario, but also still gets me in range of its shooting attack into a couple of different targets. So, with that being said, we'll go into shooting phase. Because my mob is wholly within 18 of my General, which is the purple one, we're going to do Chuck Rocks with the Man Crushers, and those are going to go into the the Scarvet. So 3 D3 attacks from the Mancrushers will be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 6, 7. Hitting on 3s because you are a hero. And the wounding on 3s be 4 at rend minus 1.
Okay. Puts me on a 5 up. So
These will be D3 apiece. With the reduction will be 2, 3, 4 damage.
So regardless of how many D3 you rolled, it was 3 attacks went through, so Scarvet is no more. You get your battle tactics, right?
Then I do have at least one other thing that's in range. The Gatebreaker is within 18 of the Engine of the Gods. Yep. So I'm going to chuck a rock at you.
Okay. What's the random? 3? I am going to spend a command point for all defense on this.
So it'll be 1 attack, chucking rock, hitting on 2s, and wounding on 2s. It's rend 1 at rend minus 3, sir.
So all defense will bring you to a 6 up save.
You did
and Finance Hour, so
Finance Hour.
yeah. Still doesn't matter. I rolled a 1.
So with the damage reduction, will be 3 total.
3 total. So because I'm within an inch of that tree, I get to ignore these on 6s, and I have not yet ignored a 1, or maybe I ignored 1.
I will have control 1. I'll control this for more than 1 turn. I'll control the middle one for still more than 1 turn. Even though there's no models on the objective, I was still in control of it before. I hold more because I have 3 objectives in the middle, so that's 3 points. I completed my battle tactic, which was the Slay the Warlord. I killed a monster on this turn, and I did it with a monster, so it should be a total of 7 victory points for the turn. And then we'll go to the bottom of turn 3.
Okay, this is where it really comes together. So for this battle tactic for this turn, I'm going to pick Conquer, and I'm going to choose the objective in the center. And for my heroic action, I will try to get a command point from the Engine of the Gods. It is going to go off on a 2 because of the Carnosaur, and just like I wrote it up, I get a command point.
I will do command points on the purple Gatebreakers. That's my general on 4. I did not get it.
I will try to get command points from the Slam, and I get 1 more. We are going to attempt for the Sacred Asterism. We are going to do. Let's do the Sage's Staff because I can't realistically get any spells off this game anyway. So I might as well give myself an additional +1 with the slam. I will attempt to heal with the Skink Priest, which goes off, and I will do that on the Bastillodon for D3 for 1. That's enough. For terrain pieces with my Realm Shaper engine, I will choose that flamey terrain piece that your guy is so lovingly embracing.
Those stairs are going to become on fire.
Yeah, on a 2 up, take D3 for 1.
That's enough to bracket me, though.
My Slan is going to cast Comet's Call, which goes off on a 9. That's sweet, sweet 9. For D3 units, for 1. We will choose the green Gatebreaker to take D3 mortal wounds. For 3. For the next spell, we will Mystic Shield. That goes off. We'll put it on the Engine of the Gods. And then let's do an Emerald Vice Swarm, which on a 7 goes off. And attempt to heal the Bastillodon. For a saucy 1, I will attempt to, with the Skink Priest ability, to give the Bastillodon the run and charge and shoot, and +1 to save on a 3 up, and we get it. And we will spend a command point to give him the Herald of the Old Ones, which is +1 to hit until my next hero phase. And that should do it. So we will go at the end of my hero phase and move the Life Swarm. Heal the Engine of the Gods for D3. For 1! Okay, so for my movement, I moved my Engine of the Gods onto that objective just to get my battle tactic. The Bastillodon, he's just feeling like a run, so he ran up the side since he can shoot and charge and do all that spicy stuff. And the Slan's just kind of hanging out in the backfield, trying to do mortal wounds, and sometimes getting it, sometimes failing miserably. And the Skink Priest is just staying where he is. So we will go into shooting. Beginning of the shooting phase, we roll for the Engine of the Gods.
Do it.
That is a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is mortal wounds. We will choose one unit within 24. It's going to be the green Gatebreaker. 2 up. Take D3 for 2.
Gatebreaker has 17 wounds left.
And then we will go to the... Let's do the Chameleon Skinks next. So, Chameleon Skinks are going to shoot into the green Gatebreaker.
I'll spend a command point for all defense.
Okay. So these are going to be 3s and 4s, and the Dart Pipe, when it hits on a 6, does mortal wound and the attack sequence ends. So you have 1 mortal wound. And force. That is 3 saves to make at no rent.
3s. I failed 2.
Okay, so that's 2 damage and then 1 mortal wound. The Bastillodon is also going to shoot into him. It's going to be 9 attacks because I healed some wounds. This is going to be hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s, and I think I am going to pop my I don't know, I forget all that. And I am going to pop my Triumph with the Bastillodon to give me +1 to wound. So this is going to be 3s and 2s. 2 misses. 2s to wound. That is 6 of them at -1.
I hope on force. I take 10 damage.
Hey, that's spicy.
There's 4 wounds left.
Okay. And then we are going to spend the command point, the free command point from the Engine of the Gods, to shoot with the Bastillodon one more time. See if I can't take that guy down. So it is going to be 3s and 2s.
Because it's +1 damage for all attacks until that phase. Very smart.
So that is 5 saves to make. I need you to fail 2 of them, please.
Well, let's try not to. I do fail exactly 2, which is just enough to kill me.
That's what I needed. That is actually very good for me because I hold that objective at the end of both of my turns. I hold this objective at the end of both of my turns.
Because I was not on it before.
Yeah. And I hold more. So I will get hold 1, hold 2, hold more. I will get my battle tactic. I will get kill something. Kill a monster. So I get 6 points here. This is a huge priority roll. I haven't made a priority roll here in in a long time. So anything would be nice. Oh, God.
I have to take the turn.
Yeah, I understand.
So for my battle tactic this turn is going to be conquer, and we're going to conquer the objective in the center of the board because I don't control it. For my heroic action, it will be I will go for an extra command point on the Gatebreaker General, and I do not get it.
I will attempt to get a command point with the Engine of the Gods. And I don't get it either.
I'll go to spellcasting with all of my spellcasters, and we are done, and we'll move to the movement phase.
Before you do that, I am going to move the because I moves right.
Yep.
I am going to move that right there and just heal the Engine of the Gods
Sure.
for a big 1. That is 3 1s in a row. I'll spend a command point to redeploy with the Engine of the Gods. Hey, a 1 again. I am killing it.
Okay, so for my movement phase, after getting a very lucky priority roll, I needed to be able to take control of as many objectives as I could this turn in order to mitigate anything that could possibly happen. So I issued at the double to the Mancrushers so they can move 14 onto the side objective. I still had my one in the back corner over here, and then I moved the Gatebreaker up the full 12, which caused him to become cowardly and issued a redeploy because he didn't move forward, and I'm sad. But still puts me within range of the Mancrushers to allow them to charge because of the Mancrusher's ability. I'll go to shooting. Gatebreaker is going to chuck a rock at the Stellodon. I'll shoot the Engine of the Gods with the Hurl Boulder. You are a hero.
I am a hero.
So I'm going to be hitting on 2s.
Sounds good.
Hits and wounds on 2, and we're done. But I will charge. Let's see what I get with the Mancrushers. Let's just see. Nothing. That's fine. We'll charge with the Gatebreaker. And we'll see what I get. I have impact hits.
Yep.
On 2+. Nothing. And I stumbled over.
Yeah.
But we'll go to monstrous actions. Already +1 to hit you, so I will roar.
Sounds good.
On 3, you are roared.
Hey, I guess I will Titanic Duel. Start of the combat phase, I'm going to lower my crest on my Engine of the Gods to give me +1 to save.
Alright, we'll start with the Almighty Stomps. We'll be hitting on 2s and wounding on 3s. 2 at Ren -2.
-2, I take that to a -1. Bring me to a 5-up. Save neither.
D3 damage apiece. With damage reduction is 2. Then will be 1 attack with the crushing grip. Will be hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s because you are a monster.
I am a monster.
We'll reroll that, and then wounding on 2s. This is Ren -3.
Okay, so this takes me to a 6-up. Do not make it.
D6 damage. With the reduction is 2.
I've taken 5.
10. So it'll be 12 attacks because of my command trait. +1 to hit, +1 to wound. So these will be hitting on 3s.
+1 to hit was good then.
And then wounding on 2s because of the Vile Advancement of Venom. You have 8 wounds at Ren 3.
Looking for the almighty 6. I've gotten enough 1s to flip those bad boys over. I think none.
At 2 damage apiece.
4, 6, 8. So I take 16. 2 damage apiece, even after reduction.
After reduction,
yeah,
it's 2 damage
so
apiece.
He is dead.
No more combats.
It's looking grim.
Yeah, I'd say that. I will hold 1. Hold for more than 2 turns consecutively. I will hold the other one for more than 2 turns consecutively. So there's 2 points. I do control 3 objectives to your 1, so I hold more. I completed my battle tactic by conquering the center objective, and I killed a monster. So it should be 6 victory points. Going into the bottom of turn 4.
So for my battle tactic, I am going to pick Ferocious Advance. I'm going to pick the Chameleon Skinks, the Source Guard, and the Slan, and hopefully I can get them all together. For my Sacred Asterism, I'm going to pick Hunter's Steed to give me +1 to run and charge. I don't care about the charge. I need that good run.
And that is army-wide +1 to run.
Army-wide, yes.
Fantastic.
So, I'm going to roll my Slan, see if I get any command points from him.
It'll only stop me from holding more. That's it.
And I get 1. And I will try to get another one from him on a 2-up, and I do. So that puts me at 2 for the turn.
I'll attempt heroic recovery on the Gatebreaker to try to heal that 1 point. His bravery 7, so I need 7 or less, and I get it. So he heals his 1 back.
I'm going to attempt to cast Comet's Call. I get that on a 10. That's D6 units. I'm going to roll a 1. Oh, that's the highest.
Pick your 5 units very carefully.
So I'm going to pick the 2 that I can. So for the Mancrushers, they take 3. And for your general, he takes 3 as well. Max efficiency there. We are going to attempt a Mystic Shield on the Bastillodon. I don't get that. Okay, and then we will attempt an Arcane Bolt, which I get on a 10. The Realm Shaper on a 2-up will do mortal wounds to the Mancrushers. For 1. Okay, so I am out of range for the Skink Priest ability. And I do want to save my command points for the potential tomfoolery that I have going on in the movement phase. So, and to shoot twice with the Bastillodon. So, I will leave my hero phase at that. And I will just move the Light Swarm and heal him for 2. He only has 1. Okay, so on to the movement phase.
After he moves the Saurus Warriors, I'm going to because they are within 9, I'm going to issue a redeploy to the Gatebreaker. And he'll move a whopping 1! There's those ones coming in.
Because my battle tactic was Ferocious Advance, I had to get those 3 units together. So I needed some good runs. So we did a roll the 6 on the Chameleon Skinks. And then the rest of them were with the +1 from Hunter Steed. I basically needed a 2 for the rest of them to get into range. And then the Bastillodon, I just moved onto the objective. And at the end of the movement phase, because Ferocious Advance checks after you make the movement, at the end of the movement phase, I am going to pick up the Chameleon Skinks and bring them down next turn, hopefully to grab another objective. So, the Skink Priest is going to shoot into the Mancrusher Gargant.
The Gatebreaker will issue all-out defense to the Mancrushers.
Okay. So, that is 2 attacks, 4s and 3s. 4s and 1s. Oh. And then the Bastillodon will shoot into them. So, this is going to be 9 attacks, 4s and 3s. That is 2 at -1.
-1 will cancel out my all-out defense, so up to 5s. Save them both.
Nice. End of the shooting phase, I will spend a command point to shoot from the Bastillodon again. So that is 4 saves to make at -1.
This will still put me at 5s. I saved 2 of them.
So that's 2 damage. 4 damage, sorry.
2 apiece?
Yes.
4 damage.
I have my javelins that have to shoot. 5s and 4s. No on the first. Okay, so for that turn, I hold 1, and I got my battle tactic. That's a sweet, sweet 3. Okay, so we will roll this priority. This one is less important than the other 2, but now I'll spike it. Nope. Okay, so I think we can call it there. Yeah, that would have been, if I want to either of the two priority rolls, it would have been a lot closer.
Yes. The turn that I shot the Scarvet off and didn't tag the middle objective, if I would have lost priority in that turn, I think specifically really would have put me more on the back. Would have put me on the back foot for sure.
Yeah.
But the priority rolls and not getting a double turn at all, or giving up the double turn, was absolutely huge. And as much as I really wanted to go in and kill that Bastillodon, like I just really wasn't in position to until this turn. So that's why I tried to at least play it safe, play the objective game, and hopefully try to at least grind that out. And it looks like mission accomplished.
Yep. It felt very one-sided for the first two turns, and then that one turn where you were not on that center objective, it was like, oh, I can come back with this priority roll that's gonna go my way. I know it's gonna go my way. I'm definitely not gonna roll one and roll one. So, but a good game, definitely.
Very good.
Any game that could go either way is definitely a good game. So.
I completely agree. When a handful of dice rolls can really turn the tides of the game definitely is a good game in my book.
So now we are picking an MVP from each of our armies, and I think it's fairly obvious the MVP has to be the Bastillodon here. Did hit way above his belt a couple turns. Just shooting twice with the Bastillodon is huge. It would have been nice to bring bring more of them, but yeah, Bastillodon definitely the MVP for Seraphon.
My MVP for my game is going to be my General Gatebreaker, the purple hoser there in the middle, to be able to wipe out that Stegodon early on, and then be able to kill the Engine of the Gods on the charge, and just kind of be generally annoying. And with that 12-inch move, very mobile. The 4 damage reduced to 3 on the shooting attack is is really big, but also the 12 flail attacks at +1 to hit, +1 to wound, pretty much against anything I hit.
Yeah.
Is just a killer combination.
Yep. Well, good game. Good luck in the next round. Definitely.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to the finals, where I have a spicy idea, so you better stay tuned.
So we do have one more game in the second round of our Winter Rubicon tournament, and then we will have our finals, and all of that will be on our channel. As always, we thank you for hanging out, watching with us. Let us know in the comments what people could have done differently or done better. We always love that feedback. And we just love to hear what you think of the videos and what we could do in terms of producing them better as well. And if you want to join our community and start getting involved in the conversation, our Discord link is down below. If you do want to contribute to the channel, we do have a Patreon set up, and that link is below as well. And the biggest thing that you can do for the channel is, if you like the channel, subscribe on the channel. And if you've got friends that might like the channel, invite them to check out the content as well. We always love to have extra viewers and extra conversations, so we're looking to grow the community and love the community that we've got developing so far. So thanks everybody for sticking around.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you.